Back again. So we will be caught up today. This is January 23rd, and we are in the 23rd day of the Blue Letter Bible app, Bible in a Year chronological. So we're going to read 32, 33, and 34 today. Hold on, let me deal with these cats. Come on, come. All right, okay, so here we are. 32. Genesis 32. And Jacob went on his way, and the angels of Jehovah met him. And when Jacob saw them, he said, "This is God's host." And he called him the name of that place Banaheim. And when Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother, and unto the land of Seir, and in the country of Edom, and he commanded them, saying, "Thus shall ye speak unto my lord Esau, thy servant. Jacob say thus, I have sojourned with Laban, and have stayed there until now, and have oxen and asses and flocks and manservants and women servants, and have sent them to tell my lord that I might find grace in his sight." And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, "We came to thy brother Esau, and also he cometh to meet thee, and 400 men with him." And Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed. And he divided his people that was with him, and the flocks, and the herds, and the camels, into 2 bands. And he said, "If Esau comes to the one company, and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape." And Jacob said, "O God, O God of my father Abraham, and my God of my father Isaac, the Jehovah which said unto me, Return unto thy country and to thy kindred, and I will deal well with thee. I am not worthy of the least of these of all mercies, and of all the truth. I am not worthy of the least of all these mercies, and all of the truth, which thou showed me unto thy servant. For with my staff I passed over the Jordan, and now I am to become 2 bands. Deliver me, I pray, from the hand of my brother, and from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he will come and smite me, and my mother with me, and my mother with the children. And thou hast said, I will surely do thee good, and make thy seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for a multitude." And he lodged there that same night, and took of which that came to his hand a present for Esau his brother, 200 she-goats, and 20 he-goats, and 200 ewes, and 20 rams, 30 milch camels with their colts, and 40 kine, and 10 bulls, and 20 she-asses, and 10 foals. And he delivered them into the hand of his servants, and every drove by themselves, and said unto his servants, "Pass over before me, but put space betwixt," and drove. And he commanded foremost, saying, "When Esau my brother meeteth thee, and asketh thee, saying, Who art thou? And whence goest thou? Who are these before thee? Thou shalt say, They be thy servant Jacob's, and is a present sent unto my lord Esau. And behold, also he is behind us." And so commanded he the second and the third, and all that followed the droves, saying, "On this manner ye shall speak unto Esau when ye find him. And say ye moreover, Behold, thy servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, I will appease him. And with his present that he goeth before me, and afterwards I will see his face, peradventure he will accept me." He will accept me. This is 32 verse 22. 32 verse 22. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Jennifer. How are you?
Good morning, Jew.
And he rose up that night, and he took 2 wives, and 2 women servants, and 11 of his sons, and he passed over the ford of Jabbok. and took them over the brook and sent them over he had. And Jacob was left alone, and there he wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw he had prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, and he wrestled with him. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. And for this prince thou hast power with God and with men, and hast prevailed. And Jacob asked him and said, tell me, I pray thee, my name. And he said, wherefore thou dost ask after my name? And he blessed him. And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. And he passed over Peniel, and the sun rose up.
Thank you.
Sorry. And he halted upon his thigh. Therefore, the children of Israel eat not of the sinew which shrank thee, but upon the hollow of the thigh unto this day, because he touched the hollow of Jacob's thigh in the sinew that shrank. So his muscle shrank. Oh, and he wrestled with God. Okay, so that is what, when you wrestle with the word, and you prevail. And Jacob lifted his eyes, and he looked, and behold, Esau came with him, and the 400 men, and he divided the children unto Leah and Rachel, and unto the 2 handmaids. And he put the handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and their children, and after Rachel, and Joseph the hindermost. And he passed over before them, and bowed himself to the ground 7 times, until he came near his brother. And Esau ran to meet him, embraced him, and fell on his neck, and kissed him, and they wept. And he lifted up his eyes and saw the women and the children, and said, who are these with these? And they said, these are the children which God had graciously given thy servant. And the handmaids came near, and their children, and they bowed themselves. And Leah also and her children, and came, and they bowed themselves. And came after Joseph and Rachel, and they bowed themselves. And he said, what meanest thou by all they drove which I met? And he said, these are to find grace in thy sight, my Lord. And Esau said, I have enough, my brother. Keep that thou hast unto thyself. So Esau was rich too. And Jacob say, nay, I pray thee. Now I have found grace in thy sight, and received my present at my hand, and therefore I have seen thy face. And though I have seen thy face of God, and thou wast pleased with me, take, I pray thee, these blessings, that it is brought to thee, because God hath dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough, and I have urged him, and he took it. And he said, let us take our journey, and let us go, and I will go before thee. And he said unto him, my Lord knoweth that the children are tender, and the flocks and the herds with the young are with me, and the men should overdrive them one day, and the flocks will die. Let my Lord pray these pass over before his servant, and I will lead on softly according to as the cattle that goeth before me, and as the children be able to endure, until I come into my Lord into Seir. And Esau said, let me now leave thee with some of thy folk, that they are with me. And he said, what needeth it? And let me find grace in the sight of my Lord. And Esau returned that day on his way to Seir. And Jacob journeyed to Succoth, and he built him a house, and he made booths and cattle, and therefore the name of the place is called Succoth. And Jacob came to Shalem, the city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan. And when he came from Padram, and pitched his tent before the city, and he bought a parcel of the field where he had spread his tent at the hand of the children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money. And he erected an altar, and he called it Eloheshi Israel. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And his soul clave unto Dinah, and the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel, and he spake kindly unto the damsel. And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying, Get me this damsel to wife. And Jacob heard he had defiled Dinah his daughter, and now his sons were with the cattle in the field, and Jacob held his peace until they were come. And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out unto Jacob to commune with him. And the sons of Jacob come out of the field, and they heard it. And the men were grieved, and they were very wroth, because he had wrought folly with Israel, and lying with Jacob's daughter, and ought not to be done. And it ought not to be done. And Hamor communed with them, saying, The soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter, and I pray you give him to wife. And ye make marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us, and take our daughters unto you. And ye shall dwell with us, and the land ye shall be before you, and dwell and trade within, and get you possessions therein. And Shechem said unto her father and unto the brethren, Let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me I will give. And ask me never so much dowry as a gift. I will give according to as you say unto me, but give me the damsel to wife. And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor his father deceitfully, and said, Because he had defiled their sister. And he said unto them, We cannot do this thing, give our sister to one that is uncircumcised, for that it was a reproach unto us. But in this we will consent unto you, if ye be as we, every male of you be circumcised. Then we will give our daughters unto you, and you will take daughters unto us. And we will dwell with you, and we will become one people. But if ye not hearken unto us to be circumcised, then we will take our daughter, and we will be gone. So they tell them they have to be circumcised. Circumcision is of the flesh, okay? 1 Corinthians 7, verse 19, circumcision is nothing, and uncircumcision is nothing, but the keeping of the commandments of God. That's what counts, okay? The circumcision of the heart. And that doesn't happen here. They're not explaining all that. And their words pleased Hamor, and Shechem Hamor's son, and the young men deferred not to do unto the thing, because he had delight in Jacob's daughter, and he was more honorable than all of the house of his father. And Hamor and Shechem his son came into the gate of the city, and communed with the men of their city, saying, These men are peaceable with us, therefore let them dwell in the land, and trade therein in the land, and behold, it is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters to us for wives, and let us give our daughters to them. Only herein will the men of consent unto us to dwell with us, to be one people. If every male among us be circumcised as they are circumcised, shall not their cattle and their substance of every beast he be ours? Let only consent unto them, and they will dwell with us. And unto Hamor and unto Shechem his sons hearkened, all that they went out of the gate of the city, and every male was circumcised, all that went out of the gate of the city. And it came to pass on the third day, when they were sower, that two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brethren, took each man his sword, and came upon the city boldly, and slew all the males. And they slew Hamor and Shechem and his sons with the edge of the sword, and took Dinah out of Shechem's house, and went. And the sons of Jacob came upon the slain and the spoils of the city, because they had defiled their sister. They took their sheep and their oxen and their asses, that which was in the city, and that was which was in the field. All of their wealth and all of their little ones and their wives they took captive, and they spoiled even all that was in the house. And Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, Ye have troubled me to make me to stink among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites and the Perizzites. I being few in number, they shall gather themselves together against me and slay me, and I shall be destroyed, and in my house. And they said, Should he deal with our sister as with a harlot? Harlotry and the Canaanites. So they go over the Jordan, they get into the land, and they find trouble. And that is 32 through 34. So now we are caught up on the 23rd day of the Blue Letter Bible app. Brian Williams, what's happening, man? So, what story is this about, Kaylee? This is Genesis. Today was 32 through 34. Genesis 32 through 34. And so the story is about Jacob getting the name Israel, going over the Jordan, and then as the trouble with the Canaanites starts. Okay, so, but Esau lets him live, and so there we are. And so that is God taking care of Jacob, taking care of Israel. Now it's Israel, and we are on that. That was chapter 34 is where we ended. So tomorrow will be chapter 35, 36, and 37, maybe 35 and 36 tomorrow, and that's where we'll pick up. And this is chronological. So we'll get into here where it's going to be talking about Genesis, and then then we'll get to Exodus, and then we start getting also into the prophets inside the story. So as we go through Kings and Chronicles, it will throw in the prophet of that king. So it's cool, because then you read the Bible as more of a storyline. All right, so it's easier to figure out. All right, guys, I love you, and I will